Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone out there. Welcome once again to the Link to the Past Randomizer Tournament. This is Game 2 between BBB Kermit and WillardJBradley. Last night, WillardJBradley took Game 1 of this best of 3 series, and Kermit had the option of switching one of the modes, and he chose Standard Mode. So we're going to be doing a Standard Mode Link to the Past Randomizer seed here. My name is NY Rambler. Joining me on commentary today is Solski. How are we doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I'm just here for the complimentary breakfast coupon that was promised for me commentating this match. That's still a thing, right?
Well, really close in the fine print. It says it expired on 12/31/18. Sorry.
Dang.
Anyway, Standard Mode. What that means is these runners are going to be going through the escape sequence like you do in the regular game. However, the item that you get from Uncle is not always going to be a sword. You can get a sword from him, but you can also get something like the bow with some arrows. You can get the fire rod. You can get the hammer. You can get the cane of Berna. You can get the cane of Samaria. Or you can get everyone's favorite, 10 Bomb.
Boy, that's my favorite.
The sarcasm is oozing, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what'd be better than 10 bombs is 10 breakfast coupons. So how you doing today, NY Coherent?
And wait, what?
NY Coherent, that's your name, right?
No, you're mixing me up with someone else with, never mind. We're gonna just go on to the seed here. It's starting up pretty.
BBB Kermit already pulling ahead. Willard just a little bit late starting this game.
And there's 3 bombs to start, so if we have the 10 bomb start, you know, that's a waste. But otherwise, that's pretty good because they'll be able to get the 3 items in the back of escape. And we see a real quick map check. I saw Crystal 6 up at Hera, so Crystal 1 over at Eastern, and did not catch what was at that. And let's see what we get here from the Uncle. As our starting item, we get ourselves the bow with some arrows.
Easy video game. Bow Star is probably my favorite.
Well, bow's just one of those. Yeah, the logic helps you out a lot.
It's an item now you don't really have to find. Bow can be quite cumbersome. Finding latency gives you earlier good options towards a first dungeon, and we see a Crystal Eastern. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the bow start. I think the other one I like is hammer, but bow is definitely king for me.
Yeah, bow and hammer are definitely the top 2 in my book as well. So in case you missed yesterday's race, WillardJBradley won by a hefty margin. Kermit had to forfeit as he had put off a couple items in Tower of Hera, and when he went back for one of them, he left the other one behind. So that's what happens in the randomizer. Sometimes you skip one item, and it comes back to bite you.
That's random.
As you see, the 2 are still using their regular sprites. BBB Kermit using Glenn the Frog, and WillardJBradley using Garfield the Cat, or as Solski would. You were supposed to say like a different frog and a different cat. That was the setup.
Oh, I mean, Willard is playing Odie, so.
No, so say Willard's playing as Heathcliff, and Kermit is playing as, I don't know, maybe Frogfucius.
Nice, Slippy, man.
No, see, Slippy's too annoying. Frogfucius is probably the correct level of not quite too annoying, but also not quite major or minor enough to be relevant as.
What's more annoying than?
That's fair.
All right. Anyways, going to ball and chain, really easy with bow and arrow, but Willard just gonna throw a pot here, and. So you can actually shoot your first arrow off screen and walk it to the guard to kind of increase the speed of the fight, and actually shoot a second arrow just before you see him. I think BBB Kermit had it pretty close to that draw.
Yeah, so both our runners, they get the map out of the map chest. So far we've only seen one item in the front part of escape, so that means the back will be loaded. Dark Cross, the 3 in the sewers, and Sanctuary will all have.
And they both have bombs.
Getting those bombs from the first chest of the game. Put your mind at ease so you don't have to farm bombs off killing these enemies. So when you go through the seed and standard mode, you get the free light cone only for the entirety of the sewers. Once you're done with the sewers, you don't have that free lamp anymore. You gotta find the lamp if you want to continue.
But how did you have the lamp before then? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, you see, we want to try to make things a little more random, so that's a little help that you get when you choose standard mode. Otherwise the lamp would be in the first few chests almost every time, and that's kind of boring. I guess I could say, yeah, Zelda has a lamp. That's one way to keep it canon, I guess. So when NMGC asks you if you have a lamp, and we have an ice rod. So of course that means Turtle Rock will probably be a pendant. And it looks like both our runners get the key from the rat. They're gonna switch the bombs, get these back 3.
How does the key, like, where does he store the key? Where's the rat
You
store
know,
key?
it might be a possum or a kangaroo kind of rat.
No, it's clearly a rat.
Well,
Hey,
they
look.
get a power glove.
That's in logic.
I mean, I don't know how the logic works when you have bombs. Like, if bombs are in the chest, I don't know if that puts that in logic. But usually, those 3 checks are out of logic and are locked behind power glove.
Then what happens if they get 10 bomb from the first chest? Or from Uncle?
Like I said, I'm not 100% sure on how the logic takes into account if you have bombs or not. And Canis Samari, we got the Turtle Rock care package minus, everything else you need for it.
So you got Red Cane, Ice Rod. Just
Still need
missing
about 20
that,
items.
just
Yeah, you
missing
still
that
need like
Moon
20
Pearl,
items.
Swords, Medallion, Titans, Hammer, a mirror, hook shot.
Yeah. Like, literally everything else. Willard going to set up
just
here.
those other items.
Interesting, he's going to set up the hula hand glitch here. So I'm sure he has money for Kakariko.
He's got bombs. Why does he need Houlihan for? Unbelievable.
I don't know. Anyway, the way hula hand works, in case you don't know, is if you somehow get yourself off kilter a little bit, there's your 10 bomb pack. Then you drop it to a hole, and the game doesn't know where to put you. It puts you in that room, the Chris Houlihan room, as it's called. And look, the money was in the Lost Woods the entire time.
Pretty peculiar. I don't see a lot of South First plays for Standard. So this is kind of intriguing for me.
But I think he knows that you're... And look, there's the fire rod.
That's just one more of that Turtle Rock care package.
He
BBB Kermit showing
Yeah.
off some knowledge bomb there, picking up the
For sure.
the bomb rock, by the way. Love that pickup.
I said, maybe Willard knows that you're on commentary, and he's doing the legendary Solsky cack skip.
Nah, man, he has to go to Sash Cave first. He's not doing it.
Oh, so he's just completely ruining it.
Incorrect memes.
Anyway, speaking of cack, Kermit is cack and hasn't got anything yet at a Blind's hut. Just some Carcatators, some mobs, rupees, the usual. And a green potion, which will give us access to the sick kid nice and early. Meanwhile,
It's always convenient when you have it before that potion check, just so you don't have to misroute Kakariko.
Willard going to take out Mini Molar Cave using Kane of Samaria's strat. And the Voltorb.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm gonna give that Moldorm $1 next time I see him.
Well, we find the flippers in the back of the Kakariko well. Willard gets the flute and some blue pants, or blue shirt, or whatever he's wearing, to add a little more defense to his arsenal.
Flute's a big pickup, because now he can do Kakariko and Flute Charge all in one go, so he's gonna save on time.
Yep, and now it looks like he's going to go head over to Kakariko now using the south route. We get ourselves a shield in the chicken hut. Yeah, so Willard will not have to come back to Kakariko at all because he has that flute. Well, he's going to come back obviously later to but you know what I mean. He's only going to be able to come here once to knock out all the items and activate the.
I'm following you.
I have to ramble to get to where I'm going. In more ways than one.
You don't say. I would have never guessed. All right, so we get like the deluxe Light World package of basically, hey, everything's in logic. We have a bow, fire rod, glove, flippers, flute. So you have part of Death Mountain that's open for them. You have all, well, I shouldn't say all of Eastern. The big key chest is not in logic with the fire rod, but Armos is. You also have the flipper checks, and then Lonely Guinea Cave as well. So it's just, what do you do?
Well, it looks like Kermit is choosing to go to Eastern.
Can't blame him. It's Crystal. It's probably the play I'm making this in this spot here.
Fortune's going to miss out on the fire rod in the dam, which means he'll have to deal with some dark rooms in the back of Eastern, unless of course he finds a lamp along the way heading into the dungeon.
That kind of is annoying, isn't it? He's gonna lose some time in the well, the one he should lose time in is gonna be the Key Igor room. The other rooms should be okay, but with some RNG elements, it could be a little tricky.
Yeah, especially because still no sword, so it's going to be a little tricky to have a way to see yourself in the dark going through that Igor room. It's going to be a little.
And they got bow, red cane, bombs. They should be okay for that. But again, that those jellies can be pretty bad for you if the RNG is not correct, especially again without that fire rod or sword, like you're saying.
So Will gets his bottle, so that means he's going to be able to check Sick Kid while he's here. A really big key here in Eastern Palace.
So I'd be surprised if I don't see Willard prioritize Zora area, just because he's already committed the time to do Houlihan to get that 225 rupees, and he's gonna have that 300 also in the Thieves drop down.
Yeah,
so I imagine that's where he'll be heading off to next.
It's just when you get those flippers, puts everything that you want to do in logic already. Continuing to Eastern, the last two items are going to be blocked by fire.
So again, this next check that BBB Kermit is not in logic with only the fire rod. But since he has the big key, Armos is in logic with that fire rod. So he doesn't have it yet, but we do know where it is. It's quite available. So I would look for an item maybe to spawn on Armos. I'd be actually surprised if there wasn't at this point, knowing what we know. I don't know. I'm feeling hookshot. What are you thinking? He's thinking, folks. He's thinking real hard.
I'm sorry, say something.
A couple of times, so that's okay.
Sorry, I had to go get something to. We'll stop there.
All right then. So yeah, Kermit's gonna go on over to Armos Knights and Willard fluting. Let's see where he flutes to. Flutes the Eastern. Oh man.
He's not going to the Zora play just yet. Going to take her to Crystal Dungeon first.
Why do Houlihan then? I feel like I got debated.
So Kermit missed the first easy arrow. So you leave, refill on Fairy, reset the room, and try again. Of course, Willard won't have too much of a problem with this because he has fire rods, so he can immediately light one of the torches in this room and be able to see everything.
So a good strat in this case for Kermit would be, if he wasn't sure where the jellies were going to spawn, is to pop a red cane block to the door to his left. That will actually shield him from any other jellies coming from the side. Then he's just he's north to like any other jellies and that Igor, so he can kind of pick his spot pretty easily there. You won't have anything like bouncing him off or around or anything.
Some nice execution with the arrows here. Continue to use the Cane of Samaria to take care of the other enemies he normally would take out with a sword, but of course no sword.
Yeah, proper strats. Red Cane is the go-to if you're swordless here. That's like the A1 item you want.
And we're gonna head into the Armor's Knight's fight. Using one of the many fast strats you have to take on Armor's Knights. This one takes a little bit more because you have to deal with a little bit of red guard action. Unfortunately, Eastern Palace not having much, but we do get our first crystal nice and early, 16 minutes in.
Nice. And we get that item on Armos I was calling earlier, so yeah, nailed it. Hey, 3 bombs is an item. Got him. All right, Sash Cave next. I understand why they wouldn't do Sash first, just because, again, that crystal's so impasse, so it's going to be interesting to see what we get here.
Some of the boots in the back, they'll start regretting themselves a little bit.
I hope it's there.
Well, we do find ourselves a piece of heart, and piece of heart, and another shield. So yeah, they didn't miss out on much.
Willard's having some trouble in the first dark room, the dark donut room in Eastern. That's more or less the RNG I was talking about. So it can get a little tricky if the jelly slime just does not pop to where you want him to. And he tried using an arrow like right in the middle of the hallway, and it dodged miraculously. So, but he's all right now. He's gonna get through it just fine.
Kermit heading down to the dam, so he's gonna get his fire rod here, and likely his flute at Medieval Dorm Cave, and the two of them will now be back to basically even at this point because they'll have already checked everything else that the others checked. The only difference is that Kermit's probably going to have to go back to. He will have to go back to Kakariko to activate that flute, so that might be a little bit of a time loss that Willard can keep.
Oh, it's definitely a time game over him, just because, again, you can do Kakariko and all in one swoop. He also fluted to 5, went straight northeastern too. So I kind of get why Willard is playing as Odie. Why is Kermit playing as Frog?
Kermit's playing as Slippy or or Glenn or Frog. Something about, I don't know, some other character named Kermit might be a frog in popular culture. I'm not sure. I never heard of the guy. I don't know, he might sound a little something like this, you know. Hi-ho, Kermit the Frog here.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I mean,
All right, nice Red King strats by Willard there, by the way.
yeah, that was
Got
really
the,
slick.
So you kind of demonstrated like the, I guess, quote unquote optimal is you'll place 2 Red King blocks. One cane block on the explosion will take out 3 slimes, and then the other one will take out the other 3.
Apparently, chat thinks my impression was so good that we're gonna get a copyright hit by Disney.
Impersonation.
No, that's my normal talking voice. What are you talking about? I just made a little more high pitch. That's it.
I like the little shortcut there by Kermit to utilize the flippers. That was pretty heads up.
Yep. Head over to Ice Rod Cave, which I don't know if Willard checked us or not. I don't think he did.
No, he didn't.
We find that the Green Pendant is an ice palace, so all our progression's going to be there, obviously.
Another good play by Kermit here is S&Qing from Ice Rock Cave, knowing that he has to come back down south to do Zora. He's just going to cash in the flute first and then flute to A.
Yeah, meanwhile, Willard is going to immediately flute. So basically, this is the point in the race where the two of them have converged a little bit. You can see Willard now is going to be ahead because he has the activated flute already. Kermit's going to walk back to Kakariko to activate. So Willard might go check Ice Rock Cave now, and looks like he is. And he's going to do the same thing Kermit did with jumping in the water to save a little bit of time.
I never do that. Today I learned.
It's definitely something. Because usually I have boots at this point or I'm just not checking Ice Rock Cave.
I just almost never watch people race, so I kind of miss on some of those kind of cool little quirks.
Alright, so now both the runners are pretty much tied up here. Willard probably going to go get ready for, I would say, Zora action here. And yeah, he's moving back to 8, so jump to and do your flipper checks. Kermit's going to flip to 4, but probably do the same thing. He's going to get a quick sneak peek at Lake Hylia Island first. Willard has not swam over there yet, but I'm sure he will once he goes back from Hobo.
Yeah, it's about the same time. Fluting from 4 or 8 to check up Hobo, so.
Yeah, we can see that there are bombs on Lake Hylia Island, so we do not have to worry about those.
There's the hook shot.
We get the hook shot, so that's pretty much all of East Death Mountain access. Willard gonna flute back to 8 to take care of Zora, I would presume, and yes, that's exactly what he's doing.
So Kermit also in position to check out Zora, just barely, but with 512 rupees. Willard.
Okay. Go back to the portal.
Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't check it. So I was like, capacity upgrades, really? But yeah, no.
Hey, you have 200 spare rupees. And our Waterfall Fairy has our sword. And $5, but that's not important.
Man, it's $5.
$5 is $5.
Hey, there's a pearl.
Okay, there's your Moon Pearl, so one step closer to Dark World access. We still need Hammer or Mitts.
You know what I'm thinking?
Lamp and Master Sword?
Nah.
Then I don't know what.
Just you wait.
Oh boy. As we get our scam from Zora, pay 500 rupees to get 20 rupees. That usually doesn't work out too well. But we got our Moon Pearl.
Yeah, so that's good. They're like you mentioned, they're one item away now from Dark World access. They're probably gonna want to prefer Type Mitts just because then they would have a crack at Dark World Death Mountain at the same time. But if they get the hammer, they'll have a crack at Hera. So I guess they kind of win either way at this point. But we also do have a Guinea Cave open as well. I think that's the one remaining one-off location we have not checked.
Yeah, I think that's the last check in the Sphere Zero Light world at this point. And
I
looks like
like
Will's going to
this.
take care of that now.
It's a good play when you have early flute.
Just don't want to have to worry about this in the future.
Yeah, so time-wise, it's pretty comparable to Ice Rock Cave, and you also get the Desert Ledge Scout. So I'm a big fan of this play, especially when you pair like Flute and Boots. It's just really, really quick.
And if it has something, like a Master Sword, it can give you a little bit of advantage later on.
All right, so now we're a lamp away, and Kermit sees the cave. I was gonna say from Aghanim being a thing, so that's kind of funny because Kermit now has this cave, and I'm not sure if he's gonna go to a Guinea Cave or not before Aghanim. If that's the play, we'll have to wait and see. But
yeah,
it's just kind of fun.
Like if you find a lamp up here and nothing else, then Aghanim is definitely probably the answer.
It's even funnier because that cape's locked behind the lamp, so
yeah,
it's pretty bad.
We see half magic on top of Spec Rock. Inside Spec Rock, just $20.
That's a good spot for it, actually.
Yeah,
it'd be interesting to see if the runners go for it later on when they have mirror.
Yeah, it depends on where you rank it and how you route Death Mountain, if you want to grab that or not. If they don't have to go back up there, they probably won't grab it, but if they do have to go back up there, they probably will.
I think if they get boots, like they can just stack a little bit of time for it. It's probably going to pay off, but it just depends on how ahead or behind they feel at the time, I guess.
Alright, Paradox Cave, we got 7 checks. Do we find our Dark World access up here? Yes, we find our Titan Smiths.
Yeah, and that's probably the one they preferred to find up here, so that's good for them.
Yeah, especially because we do have Hookshot, so that means we do all of Hookshot Cave along with Super Bunny Cave. We can scout what is needed for Turtle Rock. We can get a lot of information.
So it's going to be a good early advantage for Willard actually having that Master Sword now for Dark World entry. It's just going to make his earlier Dark World trucks, such as Skullwoods and Thieves Town, a little bit easier to handle.
Yeah, plus when he goes into other dungeons, it'll be nice to kill bosses a little faster and easier with Master Sword compared to Fighter Sword.
This is a bit of a play.
And this is fine. You're going to knock out Dark Death Mountain here. You're going to get 2 items of Super Bunny Cave. You're going to get the 4 items of Hookshot Cave. And you're going to see what's needed for Turtle Rock. Plus, we'll get a map check eventually.
Did Kermit skip Hookshot Cave or Spiral Cave though?
He did skip Spiral Cave, yes.
Okay, that's our play.
Okay, yeah, both these runners skip Spiral Cave in game 1 as well. They did not lose anything by doing so. So we'll see if both these runners skip it again.
Now Willard's gonna check it. Setting up that bomb jump. There's nothing else up there for him other than the scouts. I think he wants the information, but he also wants to just play it a little safe. I mean, he has the 1 game edge right now, so it makes a little more sense for him to just kind of play it safe.
Yeah, Floating Island just has 50 rupees for us. So Willow's going to take a long walk through Spiral Cave. Kermit's going to check Hookshot Cave, find ourselves just a heart container in the first chest. Just a heart container in the second chest. just a lot of money in the third chest, and get bonked.
Oh,
and get bonked again.
but Kermit missed that red boomerang.
Well, and a third Architator. Okay. So a lot of health in the Hookshot Cave. Health that these runners probably happy to have. And we see, yep, of course, Turok is a pendant. Skullwood's also a pendant. And our other 5/6 crystal is Thieves' Tech.
So technically, Fire Rod's not required this seed.
But we already have it, so that's kind of suspicious.
So that could play in with the advanced logic. And another dark room that's coming up. Well, eventually would be Pods. 2 chest room in the rupee room, dark rupee room. That's in logic with Fire Rod. But other than that, that's it. Maybe Ice Palace. Maybe.
Yep. We know now, well, Vamos did Turok, although Turok is a pendant, so it's not a huge deal at the moment. Although we do have everything else needed for Turok except for Hammer and Vamos at this point.
Yeah, Kermit here with the easy decision to check out Skull and Thieves first. I mean, both crystals, or sorry, Skull's a pendant, but you know what I mean. But it has some of the most density available for them. So
yeah, the one issue with Thieves Town is that you don't have Hammer yet, so you're orphaning the Thieves Town big chest if you don't find Hammer in there.
Man,
but there is a chance that small key in there, map in there, compass in there.
That never happens though. They'll be fine. Just do it.
It never happens until it does.
Just do it. They'll be fine.
So first chest here in Skullwood's on a map, so we're going to have to do one of these drop downs to continue. Kermit looks like he's going to go to Vanilla Big Key Chest first.
Which is interesting since it's a pendant, so I wonder if he's looking to commit to the pendant at this point, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we do have the means to kill Mothula at this point. We're going to go check out the Mire area. See what medallion is needed for the one medallion that we know we need to beat, which is Mire. And we need Quake for that one.
Kermit is indeed going to make the play into Deep Skull and go for Mothula here.
Find just a bunch of bombs here, Mire said. So Willard's done in that area of the game. Alright, looks like Willard's going to be making a similar play that Kermit did after doing a Mire check. Head over to Skullwood's area. We'll see what he does in Skullwood's. Willard going to go into Village of Outcasts first. Get to the chess game, get just 10 arrows.
What do you mean? He got 20 arrows.
Well, yeah, he got 20 arrows.
I'm actually surprised Kermit didn't grab the small key off the Gibdo there, just because he does have the front of skull left, and I believe he hasn't found an item yet. He knows he'll find at least one. Yeah, it would benefit him if he grabbed that, because he can just fire out the Gibdo for free, right?
We are dealing with Fire Rod without the hammer, Mothula. So this fight is it's definitely not free. It's definitely a little bit on the tough side. You're gonna probably use Fire Sword spins here, and even then it'll take a little bit of time.
You could do slashes for like two health per hit, but he's gonna use
16 slashes. So use a potion, get back to the Fire Rods. 8 Fire Rod shots in total, and gets done. gets a heart piece for it. Willard taking an interesting route here. Looks like he's going to head over to Catfish now. We're going to head back to the front of Skull, try to find that last item. And we'll see where he goes from here. Willard taking a long walk up to Catfish.
Yeah, this seems very defensive by Willard to tackle this early.
Catfish not paying off for Willard, he just gets bombs. Kermit still hasn't found the second item yet here in Skullwoods. Either going to be in the pinball room or in the big chest, I believe. And there it is. It's just 20 rupees. So Skullwoods has nothing of value at all. Kermit's leaving and probably heading down to Village Outcast now. Willard back into the Kakariko portal. We'll see if he goes up or down. He's going up now. So he's going to head over to Skullwoods. Do what Kermit just did. We'll see if he actually kills Mothula or not, though.
Pretty heads up hookshot use by Kermit here just to kind of save some frames. Get him a little bit faster through the overworld. So Rambler, what do you think of the seed so far?
The seed's been pretty, well, the two rods are interesting, but everything else is lining up pretty well, except I would have liked to have the hammer at this point, just for ease of access, ease of mind. No hammer yet. A little iffy,
You can
but we'll see if we find it.
Whoa.
Yeah, you can do that.
Stop the bus.
Yes, you can do that. You can hookshot through spikes like that. And you can also do the little bumper trick, although he hit a spike on accident that time.
I'm going to turn into a Link to the Past god by the end of this race, I swear. There's just so much I'm learning.
Are you saying you're going to have a free SMZ3 world record here?
Yes.
Alright, Kermit heading into Thieves Town here.
Alright, Kermit getting Ether.
Yeah, Ether not needed at all in this seed, because we already know our two items needed are Quake and Vamos. And gets 10 arrows out of the second chest, so there's still 2 items left here in the back of Thieves Town, and if one of them happens to be into that big chest, well, that could be an issue for later on. We're hoping to find the last item here in this chest, however, it will not be here, it will be on Mothula. He's contemplating whether or not to Death Warp or not. He decides it might be a little faster to go the long way out because he's got a lot of health and still has blue mail. Even though those Gyndos hit hard, I don't think they hit that hard.
It's like really tight. I honestly think the Death Warp's better just because you have more health, but he has Master Sword, so he should be fine for the fight.
Well, there was some nice juking around those Gyndos to avoid taking any damage.
It was alright. It was okay.
And item number 3 is probably a good side for Kermit. That really lessens the chances that he finds an item in the big chest here because there's still left to find the compass and the small.
He wanted hammer bad there.
Yeah. So I'm a little careful on the 2.5 hearts here. Spikes and Mothula himself will do 1 heart of damage each, but gets it done. And he's going to get himself a piece of heart and a pendant for his trouble. Yeah, just realize the fact that we got Fire Rod is really weird because the 3 dungeons that you would even think about having Fire Rod be required are all the pendants. And Kermit is lucky because he finds, I think there was the compass in that chest and not the small key. So small key is locked inside the big chest. We are not hammer locked out of anything here at Thieves.
So, you know what Fire Rod means, right?
Fire Rod means you have a fire source.
Nah, it means Hammer and Ice Palace.
Ah. And the ice always pays off.
Yeah, so they're not really in a particularly good spot item-wise. Like, people might think, like, they got so much, but other than a dip and pod, they don't really have too many more options. Of course, they do have Hype Cave coming up, which is the bastion of hope for them right now with 5 items.
Yeah.
Again, they just do not have that many good options available. It's like pod dip, or hey, I'm going to go to another pendant dungeon, which is Ice Palace.
So Thieves Town
without a hammer.
Yeah, Thieves Town ended up not having anything really of relevance. We'll see if Willard goes in there now anyway, and it looks like he... Well, Kermit now has a lot of checks here. You have Digging Game, though he's going to put off Digging Game for now, which is a little interesting.
Nah, it takes too much time. He's like, nah, I'm not doing it.
So he's going to go visit Stumpy and probably head over to Hype Cave after this.
Yeah, I think he might have a strategy in mind here. Being down 1 game to Willard, he might just be thinking, you know what, I gotta make some risk and make some plays here to keep up. He's actually ahead of Willard by a decent margin right now, just because Willard did go to Catfish, did Spiral Cave, so very time-consuming checks.
Yeah,
so if Hype Cave pulls off with like a hammer, then he's gonna have a good early lead, I'd say. That sword, though, that's such a bad spot for a sword.
Oh, yeah. So, first check in Hype Cave, just some money from the generous guy. And we see arrows, some more money, and some more bombs. That's not the Hype Cave that Kermit was looking for.
He didn't SNQ, so looks like he's going to be swimming to either pod or the pyramid.
Looks like Kermit's going to swim through Dark Hylia to get over to the east side of the Dark World. House of Darkness and the Pyramid are over here, along with Catfish, which he might route in eventually. We can do most of Dark House, but we can't complete it right now.
I like the pot play here. Again, just kind of showing affinity for a game plan. Made that early play to skull. Gonna say no to overroll for now, and just kind of make the play and see what happens.
I mean, I know I'm a madman. I'd probably zip Ice Pass at this point.
What a savage!
I mean, you don't need to complete it. I don't think. Alright, small key. We're gonna. Well, we have the bow anyway, so we're gonna continue regardless.
Yeah. So other items of relevance right now. The second big one, I guess you want to call it, is going to be the mirror. Does open up that one item in swamp. Opens up desert palace, checkerboard, Hera. That half magic.
Yeah, I'm going to say hammer. The mirror opens up the most loose end spots there is, because there's a lot of things that are one of locations blocked by them.
It'll definitely be interesting to see what happens next.
Got ourselves the bug catching that in the basement of pod.
You sound so excited by that.
Hey, it's a unique item. So Willard is going to also forego the blacksmith for now, but he's going to go to the. Just a hard container. Willow's going to say no to it.
Yeah, he's pretty good on health. He has blue mail too, so he's fine.
And it looks like he's going to go grab the blacksmith frog and take him for a little bit of a world tour, which will culminate with probably a hype cave, followed by a saving quit, and then bringing him back. Kermit, without the hammer or the mirror, is going to take a long walk back towards the front of pod.
That's a long walk. That is.
It's a very long
That's a
walk.
lot of travel. I might see that play if you have boots, if you're trying to time out like 10 hearts, but I think the Death Warp would have been faster there.
Alright, I don't think we've seen the big key yet here. Oh, never mind, there it is.
All right, so these two chests here in pod are in logic right now with the fire rods. So part of the advanced logic filler. We get a sword, so we're even. We get silvers.
Sword and
nice.
silvers. So when Will comes out here, he'll get his guaranteed tempered in silvers. Well, it looks like he's gonna go probably take the frog for a little swim.
So that leaves Ice Palace for the usefulness of that fire rod remaining at this point. Well, at least for now, what they can do, right? So,
It could still be something in the back of the rock.
yeah, but they don't have access to it yet.
Obviously, Willard cannot bring the frog into Palace of Darkness, so this is solely a play for the pyramid.
And Willard is playing super defensive in this,
Yes,
in this game so far.
He is checking every overall location. Does not want to put any loose squares on the board.
I think he's kind of countering right now because he probably feels like Kermit is gonna play a little aggressive in this match. So he's just like, I don't care how long it's gonna take me to check these. I'm still gonna check them, and you'll get burned eventually, right? So, but so far, Kermit's dodged a lot of bullets.
Yeah, and no hammer for Kermit in pod. Nothing really of value.
So you know what that means, right?
And Willard is... I hope he's not thinking about going to pod. With the frog. This isn't going to work out as well as you want it to, I don't think.
No, it's not. Oh, Kermit, no!
Kermit's
Yes!
he just came.
Oh,
But I was
he's
going
going
back.
Okay.
He's going to do Meyer.
Oh.
He's not going to get that sword. He's never getting that.
Say goodbye to the frog, everyone.
Yeah. So Willard is damaged from Meme Lord. That the frog transforms into a monkey.
I can't wait for Mirrorless Smiths to be the thing in this race. I just want that to be the reality. Kermit, you gotta check that Agina Cave, please. I want you to have temper. It's probably not gonna. I think Ice Palace probably, the way he's playing, probably makes the most sense at this point. And if he's going to Mountain Cave, that's where he's gonna go. He wants to heal for it. Otherwise, he would just do overworld stuff without. He's thinking about it. He's like, I don't really want to, but I'm gonna.
This is the right play, I think. Going to Ice Palace.
Again, for like how he's playing the seed and the strategy that at this point is clear. That's exactly what I expect him to do here. So are we gonna get another hammer in Ice Palace meme dream? Survey says maybe.
Very possible. Or it could be something like a fetch quest leading to the hammer. Like, we have lots of fetch quest items. We even have the boots that can lead to the hammer at this point.
Again, we have like Smith purple chest left in this sequence, right? But I kind of want it because again, Willard ditched the frog for the monkey there, but I don't know. I kind of want to see something good here and Ice just kind of pay off for Kermit.
Well, map into first chest.
That's fine. He knows what he's doing. Yeah, so whatever item Kermit gets, he's just going to chase immediately as well. Like, he's not going to worry about those overworld spots for the rest of the game, I feel. Maybe barring, like, Agina. Agina is probably the only one I can see him route back in. At this point, at least.
That's the one you wanted to route back in.
Well, it's like it's not really that big of a time constraint versus, like, the other checks that he's put off. Like, think Spiral Cave. Think race game or dig game, for example. Like, those are things that are going to cost him quite a bit of time just to go back for. So I think he puts those off. That's like the one he probably would go back to, and that's what he wants to do because again, it'll get him a sword.
Yeah, we do see Willard take the Death Warp option instead of walking all the way back. It could be mirror in here also. Mirror leading to hammer somewhere else.
Could be a lot of things. Could be a fetch quest like you mentioned. Could be boots. Could be book. There's another one that leads to desert. Could be Myers Medallion.
Willard about to get his tempered and silvers at least.
No, don't do this. No. Kermit, why? So Kermit made the cardinal mistake. Went to this room without a key. So
yeah.
he wants a key to be here, or else he annexes iced tea. Or the hammer will do.
Oh, the hammer, yeah.
The meme dream is real, guys.
I think you called that like about 40 minutes ago. You said hammer and ice palace.
I did. It's not a trick either.
It's
Hey,
green
look,
pendant.
Beaky.
Everyone doing the dark maze here.
The only thing that surprises me right now is that he's actually staying in ice.
It is a green pendant. So
I get
there's
that.
A little more incentive than normal. You already have Skull Wood, so maybe make a play for the pedestal because you do already now. You now are just the bombs away from full clearance on a rock.
I guess. I mean, I'm probably thinking Hera, honestly, with that hammer. Mainly because it's now 4 items, right? Like, it's not only just the 2 in Hera, it's also Fat Fairy now opened. You can segue that to Hammer Pegs, Smith's Purple Chest. So there's a lot of stuff that you could do. You can finish up Pod. Out of logic, but you still have that option, right? And Helma will have an item as Willard does his map check here, or his menu check, trying to figure out what he got in the Dark Maze. He's like, I got that hammer, right? Nah.
No, get in the hammer.
Alright, so Willard has 2 choices. He has Smith's Purple Chest, or he has Ice Palace. And if he's playing this safe, I think it's going to be Smith's Purple Chest for him. And, yep. He needs something to roll there, or he's going to be incredibly behind at this point, I think.
Yeah, the downside is if he does find something that opens up another dungeon, like the mirror, it might send back even further.
Well, what would be worse too is like if there's nothing on Smith's Purple Chest, then like it annexes Hammer Pegs, and like again, Hammer. I'm gonna highlight Hammer does not open up that much right now. In logic, it's Hera and Hammer Pegs, so and the rest of Ice Palace, which Kermit is doing. So he's probably thinking at that point he just goes to Hera, and if Hera has an item, then it'd be more attractive for Kermit to go back. Is what I'm trying to say.
Wow, the frog somehow left the Palace of Darkness and made his way all the way back and got stuck again.
Like he freed him the first time, right?
Yeah. Very nice
Yeah.
yellow and cold stare with the master sword there. And the last item in here is a red root.
Yeah, I had some good double and triple hits on the puffs.
I think what would best benefit Willard here is the boots.
I don't even think right now that's unless required. I don't think that's as big as you might be thinking. Again, like
Ooh. Hello,
what was
Turtle
that?
Rock.
That's for Turtle Rock, right?
Hello. He's still the
Yeah, but he can't go in though. He can't go in.
What's he
Meyer was Quake, right?
Yes, Meyer was quick.
Okay, so it doesn't open up that can of worms at least.
We're gonna probably do Purple Chest next.
Yeah, I mean, if he's doing Smiths, he might as well do Purple Chest as well.
So the fact that he got bombs might open up the option of him going to Ice Palace even more now.
So it's interesting. So Willard does get that item off the Mirrorless Smith.
Kermit would have been able to do Turtle Rock on this run too. And you know what? Just how he's kind of playing, he might have actually went for that too. It would have been Pedestal for him. It's Turtle Rock for 5 items. He doesn't have that mirror for Mimic Cave, but he might look at that play after Hera, because he's already spending the time walking up here, right? So I think that's a good enough item that Willard found that's gonna kind of keep some parity in this race, which is nice.
Yeah, especially if there is something in Turtle Rock, which I presume Willard, after he turns his purple chest, is probably going to do Ice Palace. I don't see what else is left for him to do at this point.
Yeah, there's nothing left.
Never mind. Mirror is in Taravera. And the powder's in purple chest, of course.
He's going. No. He's like, nope, I'm done.
Alright, will we see a little Herapod action from Kermit? He didn't do it last time, and he's not going to do it this time either.
So that's a pretty good draw for Kermit. Now he has Swamp Palace available. Probably will challenge that next. Although he does have Desert. I kind of like the Desert play just to see if boots are required.
Because then it's just one less item on your plate, and if that's the case, then he's what a quick away from go mode at this point. So I think it's either going to be some semblance of Swamp to Desert, Desert to Swamp. I think at this point. Willard though, now he's got some more options. He has that Turtle Rock possibility as well. He might not be too happy when he sees that mirror in Hera, but I don't know.
Yeah, if Quake,
it's hard to say when he goes.
Yeah, if Quake happens to be in Turtle Rock or on the pedestal, that's the best case scenario for Willard. Otherwise, Kermit's got a pretty solid lead right now.
Did Kermit go to Stash with that green pendant, by the way?
No, not yet.
I don't know about that.
Well, there's your second item, so Herapod would have paid off.
Yeah, would have.
Which I know Willard will go for Herapod once he gets back up here. The question is, will Willard complete Ice Palace once he finds Hammer, or will he bail?
He's playing pretty safe, so I would imagine. He might feel really behind finding Hammer, but then he might also think, nah, there's no way. Like, everyone's gonna hit last location Hammer. So I have to wait and see. Kermit very patient with that fight, so can't fault him for that. Voldemort had some bad patterns there in the corner. And he's gonna get his third crystal.
And it's Willard, well, he can't go through this cold stare. He's taking the smart way because he doesn't get locked out like Kermit almost did.
That's the one I was talking about. Was if you went there without a small key, then rip.
And looks like Kermit's gonna go grab that half magic.
This is what we were talking about earlier. This makes a lot of sense because you're already here. Now he has one more play that just became in logic with that half magic, and this is why I thought he was gonna grab it. Is Spike Cave.
I think he could have done it with 13 hearts and cape by itself, but the half
Not
magic
logically
makes
though.
it
No.
a lot easier.
Like he could have done it, but not in logic.
I think advanced logic in might. I'm not sure.
Nah. Nah.
Okay. He's not going for flutes. He's going to go to swamp here.
Yep.
I don't mind the play. I think in his sense, it might, again, it's probably just me overthinking it, but I would probably want to go to desert in his shoes. Because like if he's now just a Quake from Go mode, it just makes that left side skip play for swamp a little bit more attractive. Whereas now he's kind of in the dark. Like he doesn't know if it's required or not. Like say you run into Quake, what do you do at that point, right? Like do you play it safe, continue on for the full dungeon, or do you stay in? He has other options available as well, but it's a little risky at that point.
So you just want to confirm that you don't need the boots for desert before you do anything else.
And Kermit giving us a lovely view of the drained Swamp House.
Alright, Willard did get his hammer, and he's going to continue on here in Ice Palace. Alright, so Swamp Palace with 6 items in it, including that infamous left side. We'll see if Kermit decides to check left side. It all depends on how you route and what items you find in the first few checks. Willard going to have a much easier time here in Cold Stare with the Tempered Sword. He might just do the MG strat here and completely knock it out. I was going to use Bombas just to be a little safe, save a little magic. Willard gets it done. Willard gets his green pendant from Ice Palace. And with that hammer, Turtle Rock is now completely in logic for Willard. But he's probably going to go to Hera first anyway to get that mirror. But it'll be interesting to see what he does after he gets that mirror. To see if he goes into a Turtle Rock, make that Turtle Rock play. Again, all we need now is Quake and maybe Boots to get our go.
So Willard going ahead to cash in the green pendant here.
You know, I guess it's a little faster to walk there instead of fluting to 5 and walking the other way.
Yeah, it's almost the same time. I usually just walk from the house too. If you have boots, then fluting to 5 is faster, but if you don't, then walking is faster here. Or at best net. Just 10 arrows.
Yeah, green pendant not paying off, but the hammer that was inside that green pendant Ice Palace was our big prize that we definitely needed. And Willard is now heading to Pod. He's going to finish Pod off now. Compass and map in the flooded chest. Alright, so there's 2 items on the left side. Let's see what's in our waterfall room. Another bottle. There's 2 bottles here in Swamp Palace here.
How many items has that been so far?
There's we still need 3 items. One of the big key and 3 items left.
That's a lot of items.
It's a lot of items.
All right, Willard going ahead here to pod just to kind of finish off Helma here. We do know that Helma does have one item. I guess just for the sake of catching up to a crystal.
We're using the silver arrow to get the quick kill onto Cold Stare, and is rewarded with a heart container.
So there's 2 items left then.
Yeah, left side gonna have 2 items, or left side has 1 item and a big key with the last item in the big chest.
I'd bail here.
And Kermit decides he is going to bail as well.
Good frog.
See what's next for him. It's probably gonna be desert here. So it's gonna be buy potions first.
He's got a lot of money. Like a lot of money. 1,200 rupees is pretty rare in Randomizer to acquire.
And
Alright, he's gonna go ahead and finish off pod.
Yeah, knock out pod. I think there's an item on Hummus Arcade, so get that item out of the way now. You have to do it anyway.
Potion makes sense now. He's just worried in case he runs out of Fire Rod magic, but he does have half magic. But I get the play. So that'll be what his 5th crystal, I believe now.
Yes, he just needs Mire and Desert.
Gamer. He's probably hoping to score like boots off Helma or something, or maybe Quake.
We'll see what Helmet drops because Willard's on that fight now. It's not gonna take too long.
That's the other reason why he wants to, is that green pendant.
Ah, yes, turning.
Makes a lot of sense.
Alright. Helma drops the red rupee.
You know, what'd be great. By great, I mean not really.
Oh,
is if you only found the lamp in Turtle Rock.
Oh god.
It's like, hey, JKLOL, go to Meyer.
Well,
Although
can't do Mire yet without Quake, so Quake's what we're looking for.
Yeah. I don't think either of the runners would go to TR at this point if they had Quake available. They'd just go to Meyer first.
Well, Quake is presumably our go mode item that we're really looking for. Willard is now going to head up to Hera.
Yep.
With that hammer. He'll get his mirror. What we interested to see is what Willard does after he gets that mirror. Will he do that sort of rock play? He has that bombos. He has everything he needs to complete on a rock, which does lead to the pedestal pull.
Yeah, there's a couple of things that could be going through Willard's mind. First one, am I behind? Second one, what is Kermit going to do? So if he thinks he routed similar or he last location with them, he might think that he has to challenge Turtle Rock to keep parity with them. Also, if he feels behind, he just goes to Turtle Rock. So if Willard feels ahead, which I'm not sure he would in this situation, that he probably doesn't, but I feel like there's a very good strong chance he will.
Checking Turtle Rock probably makes more sense. The other option is going to Swamp House, which we know probably isn't the answer because we've seen Kermit go through there and haven't found anything. But there is still 2 items left in Swamp Palace that Kermit has left behind.
There you go, and Kermit also getting that torture room. So him and Willard having some good rooms in the dark rooms of pod. It's good.
I imagine Willard will be setting up a Harapot here.
Do your trick, boy. He's doing it.
And this is going to give him a little extra time because we know the other item is in the compass chest. And he'll be able to grab that and go straight to Moldorm.
Yeah, so quick run through of Harapot. He wants to line up there, drop the bomb on that 3rd tile from the left, I believe it is. He also then wants to set up right on the tile near the pot along the line. He wants to have like 1 pixel on the right, fixate it, and then once that bomb blast
should hit him into the pot. He can hook shot to the right. He wants to tap left and then can just go straight up. Oh, and hey, Kermit's done pod.
Yep, Kermit's on pod. We'll see what's next for him on the agenda. Probably desert.
Yeah, it has to be desert. Yeah, there's just no way. There's just no way.
We'll find out now if we do need those boots for desert.
I mean, that's really the point of the exercise, right? It's this crystal dungeon. It's your 6th one in line. He's pretty much said no to overroll forever, which could burn him if that bombos is required, but that still remains to be seen. And again, information is key here.
Willard is heading over towards the Turtle Rock area.
Yeah, he's gonna make the play. I'm not surprised.
And I think this is going to be the play that pays off for us. We do need those boots. The big key is on the torch here in desert. So we officially need our boots and our Quake for go mode. Technically, we also land, but these runners don't land. We've already seen they're proficient.
Nah, Kermit will get boots in desert here.
Yeah, probably. Boots will be right side desert, probably. But if they're not, they're in Turtle Rock. They just have to do the Smith chain. First item is bombs.
Yeah, it's like 20% for an item here.
No item. Alright, so Kermit's done here for now. The other item is locked by the big key. He's gonna go check, probably Checkerboard Cave here. You know, Willard making the...
What? Grab that. What are you doing, man? What are you doing to me? Unbelievable. All right, so looks like it's gonna be Fat Fairy here from Kermit. He's gonna have Pyramid checked out too, which he has not done, and he might route that into Quick Fish. So he might start going through Overworld here because he really doesn't have a choice. He can't go into TR, he can't go to Mire, and he can't finish off Desert Palace.
Yeah, so it's going to probably do here, we're going to see K45, also known as South Corner Grove. Willard getting big key, small key, so 2 small keys and a big key in the front of Turtle Rock. No items yet. Inside on a Grove Cave is our Wake Medallion. Okay.
This seat sucks.
Well, if you're following the progression one by one, that's pretty good for Kermit. Now he has to hope that boots are in Mire. If boots are in Mire, this race is pretty much over. But boots are in Turtle Rock!
Oh my god, this seat sucks.
Oh, this race, this got interesting now. We have ourselves a race, everybody.
Congratulations, like the last location both runners are gonna check.
Yep. Alright, so both our runners, we now have our no mode. We know where everything is.
Yeah, but that's gonna benefit Kermit like greatly here though. Like, look at it this way, that boot is really fast in Turtle Rock. Like, he only has to go to Chain Chomps, right? Yeah. Willard here is gonna complete the full clear on T-Rock. He's gonna go and do Mimics. He's gonna go and do Pedestal Pull Blind once he gets that third pack.
Yeah, but he's gonna do all that before heading over to K45, which, I mean, going straight to K45 isn't too bad if he remembers to just go straight there and not put it off. But that's one spot that is kind of pretty far out of the way. Especially when you've already done Purple Chest.
I'm telling you, man, like, if you're like a top 64 runner in this game, like, this seeds are nightmare fuel, man. Like,
oh, yeah.
Just where the items were placed, it's just like, yeah. Yeah. I could probably just say Hammer and Ice Palace, and you guys are all going to be like, mm-hmm.
The good news for Willard is that he's probably going to check Haunted Grove Cave before going into Swamp Palace. So he'll be able to go into Swamp Palace without checking anything.
Wow, I'm happy for him.
Yeah, sometimes we're gonna find a lamp here in
I hope.
here in Minor.
That's why I was looking for was Lamp and TR. Lamp and TR is always my favorite.
Wow. Right, like
Don't
right
find it here. It's like, wow, now I have to go for it.
Yep.
Yup.
Yup. Of course.
I'm honestly not surprised. It was like, if you didn't get it by ice, like, you just knew.
One could have been Meyer also.
Yeah, but like, TR just has like 3 other locations plus Mimic. Statistically speaking, he was the champ.
I think we found Big Key yet, but we know that when Willard comes into Meyer, he'll be able to go on Meyer.
That's just so funny. Like, I know he's gonna do like TR without the lamp anyways. Like even if the lamp didn't pop there, he's still going forward. But he's probably thinking now like, oh, something's gonna be here. It's gonna be so good.
There's the big... Oh, we don't
Sorry,
have
go
Big Key yet. I was thinking Kermit is not going for... I guess he's going for the Big Key in this chest.
I think he's trying to preserve the key if he's going this row first. Or he forgot. Nah, he's just gonna preserve the key. Because if it's here, then like you can just go north. I think he might have found both items already. Nah.
No, he did not. There's always some interesting routing on Kermit's part so far. I think he has to go cut the team chest for that, for the item then. Which he might put off. Well, he might do. He's gonna go to 51st probably. And he might put off that chest. Yeah, what this race will come down to is when does Willard go to Haunted Grove Cave? Because you know Kermit eventually is probably going to do Swift Chain for this. He's going to get Bombos. He's probably going to go to Turtle Rock after that. This can always be tricky, the Dark Room and Mire.
I mean, if Willard plays his cards right, he's gonna do like pedestal check to bat to 45 down to swamp.
Well, we'll see what he does. Yeah, I think pedestal is probably the first thing he does here.
There's no way he doesn't do pedestal first. Like there's no reason behind, hey, I just got 3 pendants, I'm not gonna do it.
Come on, book.
I just don't wanna.
Come on, book. It's probably not gonna be booked. I would say get your hypes in chat for the pedestal pull, but we already know this is not gonna.
You just
not
did.
Gonna be anything.
Like
whatever.
What are you doing here?
What?
You just did it.
Listen.
Congratulations, Rambler. You played yourself. Willard losing a critical 13 seconds here on this pedestal pull. I just don't know how he's gonna get it back.
Is that 1 rupee?
He looks so happy about it.
He's gonna check Lumberjack Cave.
All in all, though, I think this is gonna be a pretty close race. It's good that Boots were in TR just to even it out, because Kermit for the most part has been running away with it since that hammer. So it's good to see it come a little closer now. Willard, of course, again sticking that safe routing. He's gonna check
bumper, but fear not. If he continues to route the way he's routing, he's gonna run into K45 before Swamp and Desert. So he'll make some time up. He's a couple crystals down, but not too bad.
There's only one crystal, two crystals down, but it's go mode, Swamp House, go mode, Misery Mire, which wouldn't be too bad. Kermit is going back in the Misery Mire.
Kermit's killing me here.
His routing is blowing your mind right now.
You skip left side Swamp, but you're not. Oh man.
But he's gonna do cutscene chested Mire for one check.
You know what? I get what he's coming from though. Like he's risked a lot this race. Like it's not just like one or two things. I think he's probably elected not to check about 8 spots around the overworld. So like he's probably just living by the sword, dying by the sword, including of course left side Swamp. So I get what he's doing.
Wolf's fluting and taking the mirror out. Where is he going? He is going to turn in the mushroom.
Hey, you remember that safe routing that I talked about Willard doing, and he's eventually going to run into K45?
Yeah.
Mappy. Boy, is he going to be sore in the morning. Nice mirror shield.
Yo, dog, I heard you like more shields.
And there's Desert.
Yep. And there's your shovel.
Oh, he's gonna do overrule now. Oh, you know what? That does get him closer to
yeah,
Lava,
purple
so.
chest.
He's gonna check that shovel first, I think. Just being an extension out of Mire,
Yep.
and just spent all that time for it. I don't blame him.
Nope,
He's going to fair.
Oh wow.
If he goes to the left side Swamp, though,
then Willow's back in this.
you guys can't see it. In my face, I swear to you,
I want to show you
it's not amused. It's not amused right now.
That's what it looks like right there.
Okay, no, he's gonna go. He's gonna go shovel and all that. Okay. I was about to say.
He was about to say.
This mirror, though.
That's a nice mirror location. Alright, so Kermit goes all the way back to the portal.
Ah, I was
And
afraid.
going to Pyramid Fairy. That's what he was doing.
See, it's like the last location both runners are gonna check. Although I have heard Willard talk about how he likes to do K45 before Swamp, which I don't agree with personally. That's just me. But you know what? Everyone routes different. Side lore, it's also called K45 because I probably hit my head off the desk 45 times because I've always last locationed it. I'm not even memeing. It's actually a thing.
The actual reason why it's called K45 is because someone made a map of every cave and dungeon and stuff, and that one's labeled number 45, and that name kind of stuck for whatever reason. So I have to call it South of Haunted Grove Cave. Unfortunately, as we know, it was not going to pay off here.
Kermit just gonna be on Master Sword forever.
He's going to go to Catfish
Yup.
without boots.
Yup. Well, Willard did too, right? So it's just kind
Yeah.
of evening off time.
Yeah, so this is what Willard needed. Willard needed Kermit to check everything but purple chest.
What else does Willard need?
He needs to go to K45 like right now.
You know, Rambler. If I didn't know better, I think you wanted to see a close race.
I do like to see close races.
You also want to see Willard win. Anywho,
Who said that? Wait, what? I am completely impartial when I do my commentary. Thank you very much. Hey, you don't want the boomerang, Willard?
doing a fantastic job. Quakefish coming up from Kermit.
And Willard is now heading to the Dark World here.
He's gonna check out Bat and then K45.
We'll see. He's done some things that you haven't predicted before.
Well, what else is he gonna do here? Unless he does like North stuff.
More stuff. Or not. Hammer pegs.
I believe you owe me an apology.
You did not say hammer pegs.
I believe you owe me an apology.
You did not. I'm sorry, Solsky. You is smarter than I am.
I didn't ask you to say that. They gotta do it again.
I still beat you in that Super Mario RPG race one time, though. Anywho,
Who cares about Super Mario RPG? That's like, hey guys, I won the gumball counting contest at work. I got a free coupon of Bennigan's from it.
you're still not getting your breakfast buffet coupons, by the way.
I can't wait to see the hot take tweet from Vidge now saying, "Who's this Solsky guy?"
All right, where's Kermit going now? He's going up. Now Willard gets the second.
Oh my god. He's so close. He's so close. You know, when I said this was gonna be the last location from other runners,
He's
I
going
wasn't
to
lying.
Spike Cave.
I wasn't lying.
Both these runners are going to put off both these locations. This is crazy.
He just wants that half magic. That's the real play. Why is he not? Bro, you're right there. Unbelievable. Anyways, yeah, so Kermit's gonna get his bombos. So
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah, that's like good news. And by eventually, I mean the next like 40 seconds. And again, like the boots are like really quick from that TR. If it was like Laser Bridge, I think this is a little closer. I think it's now shaping towards Kermit, I think, again.
Yeah. The sword difference might come into play, but I doubt it.
Yeah, like Willard, again, if Willard routes the way he says he routes, he's going to do K45 before Swamp. That being said, he still needs to do Swamp. He still needs to do Mire, where Kermit just has to flute back to Desert and get the big key.
Yeah.
And then kill Ammo. So he's still going to have a bit of an edge here. It's probably about a minute and change, but he's going to have a bit of an edge.
Well,
and there's Bombos.
There's Bombos for Kermit. So Kermit is our first runner in Go Mode.
Balin.
1 hour, 32 minutes, and 47 seconds. And Willard's going to get his Go Mode just about 15 seconds later as he's heading over towards the Haunted Grove. Well, Kermit's not in Go Mode yet. He doesn't know that. We know he's damn close. So Willard's officially our first runner in Go Mode. But Kermit is heading straight to
Imagine if
Rock
Kermit,
for obvious reasons.
Imagine if Kermit does Spiral Cave on the way to Turtle Rock. Oh my god, just my emotions. This man skipped the game. Don't do this to me.
Is that the main difference will be when we come down to the Ganon fight. Kermit will have probably just the Master Sword because he skipped the Gina's Cave. Just rubbing it in a little bit more Solsky.
Huh? I heard my name.
Yeah, talking about how Kermit skipped the Gina's Cave and is thus on Master Sword, not Tempered Sword.
Yeah, he could get a first sword in GT though.
He could. I guess the one good thing Willard did do was completely avoid Swamp the entire time.
Vicky and Myra was at the post big chest, right?
It was early, yeah.
Yeah.
This is going to be a very fast Mire and a very fast Swamp.
It's not gonna be a fast Mire.
It's in the.
That's like the second worst place for Vicky to be.
The post chest. That's right. It's in the post. Right. I thought it was earlier than that. Yeah, Kermit's gonna find the boots. It's in the chain jump room, so it's pretty early.
Chat asking we actually need a really good name for that chest. I'm gonna say, and this is official by the way, it's now the Murphy Brown chest.
The Murphy Brown. Why does that chest fire secretaries every episode?
Nah, I just felt like saying it.
You're weird. Must be a Canadian thing. Anywho,
it's also a. Wait, no, that's Mary Brown's. Never mind. I was gonna say. All right. So yeah,
Kermit is
boots coming in for
upcoming.
Kermit.
Yeah, he has exactly 1,000 rupees
And 10 bomb.
And 17 arrows.
All right, so yeah, I'd say it's a pretty close race. I'm gonna stick to my minute and a half. I called a little earlier, only because Kermit's still on Master Sword, and that's kind of the unknown at this point. That will get Willard quite a bit of time back. However, I will highlight this. Although he is on Master Sword, he does have Cape Half Magic, that blue bottle still.
Yeah.
So he can just go to town on Ganon and like 1 to 2 cycle him anyways. So while it's an advantage that Willard can have some faster fights here, it's not really as big as maybe people are gonna think. So we'll wait and see. I'm just excited that it's gonna be a real close race.
Yep, and that's all we ask for in these races. The race to be close, the race to be hype. For you guys, the wonderful, wonderful Twitch chatters to be happy.
I didn't say they were wonderful.
And the YouTube viewers, hi YouTube. Alright, we'll see how long it takes for Willard to go through Mire here.
Again, where that big key is, it's going to take him a while. His one out is going to be not doing cutscene, but I would be surprised if he didn't do the Torch Hustle Compass chest.
Yeah, he's going to go all the way through there. Let's get a 7th crystal here from the Landmos. One of his arrow shots, so I'm not going to get the 0 cycle here. And with Kermit getting his 7th crystal,
Don't do it.
I want to do it.
Don't do it.
I want to do it. Eh? Eh?
No.
So you're
See,
gonna do it.
chat's doing it anyways. Whatever. Just do your game.
All right.
I'm getting a beer. I'll be right back.
All right, you get your beer. There are 22 chests located inside of Ganon's Tower where that big key can possibly be. And if you guys want to play along and try to guess where that big key will wind up, just type a number here in the Twitch chat, and see the Twitch chat is littered with tons and tons of numbers. Some of them cannot even be possible, but they're funny anyway. And I would normally ask my co-commentator what he or she would think about where that would be, but he's over getting a beer. Looks like Kermit's going to be entering Ganon's Tower just under the 1 hour 41 minute mark here. Willard about to get his big key. He's going to head over to Meyer. I would say he's about 2 minutes behind, which can be made up in Ganon's Tower very easily, and could even be made up in the Ganon fight itself.
Did I miss the game?
The game's just about to end.
So I missed the game then. Good.
Yeah, I'm done talking about the game.
Excellent.
And I just lost the game.
It was interesting seeing Willard go back for that key.
He needed it to get through his door.
Yeah, but he didn't need to go through that door though, right? He could have went to the left. I guess, you know, it's pretty close on time. Yeah, you have to dash all the way left and then go through an extra screen. So yeah, I guess I can see it.
Anyway, first the torch had just 300 rupees. Kermit heading over to the Southwest room here. And a little more insurance for that Ganon fight, finds a blue potion.
Yeah, it's just absolutely free at this point now. Dark Magician strats. Hold on to your hats.
I know you don't watch the races too much, but I've seen a lot of Dark Magician strats in this tournament. And it might pay off if that big key is in the compass room. Dark Magician strats might have been the way to go. Let's see, when Willard gets to Jan's Tower, we'll see if he makes a tile room play. He's been known to make some tile room plays when he felt behind before, and it's paid off for him. Compass room having 20 rupees, 20 rupees, 20 rupees, and 20. Yes! The full 420 rupees in compass room.
Who says yes to 420 rupees?
It's 80 bucks. You would say no to 80 bucks? This is just in. Soulseek confirmed. Very rich. Alright, Willard heading up to Ganon's Tower now. He's going to be about 3 minutes behind.
Oh yeah, that's right, Kermit. You're looking at that empty void that was that blue boomerang. It's like, maybe I should have spent the extra 5 seconds it would have taken to get that to save my 1.5 seconds here.
Speaking of saving time, Willard is going to take a little teeny bit of time to go get that half magic from Spec Rock here.
Yeah, this is I think the right play.
He loses what, like 4 seconds total?
A little more than that, but again, he'll just have a really free
GT again,
gauntlets
yeah.
and GT and everything like that.
You can just take the fire rod and be like, so I just started blasting.
The dad rocks though.
Yeah, so that rocks don't get out of his way.
Why have we not banned them yet? Like, what's going on with that?
That's the one thing we agree on, the ban dead rock movement. Me and Solsky very rarely agree on anything.
Are you kidding me right now?
This is gonna be in all 4.
Oh my god, dude.
7 out of 8 big 20s.
Alright, we're down to was it Bob Chest, Ice Armos, and the secondary Meme Dream tile room.
If Willard makes
Yikes.
tile room play here, which I don't know if he will because he might, you know, he's a madman.
He's not a madman.
He's done it before. We've seen it happen.
He's not a madman.
Well, not here. Bob taking all the magic away.
Well, good thing he has, again, half magic and those 2 blue potions, so I think he's...
No big key room. There it is, number 20. 20. Stop. Number 20.
How spooky. What was that?
That was, I don't know, I got possessed or something.
Spooky.
So Willard also doing some dark vision strats here.
Kind of like how Kermit just kept the sword out. Like that mimic never saw it coming.
Yeah.
Willard also doing right side. Does he go full?
We'll find out. He's gonna get his.
I don't know. I'm asking you. You watch him.
I mean, usually not. Usually he says no after this. And yeah,
He's definitely saying no. Well, rip. He was a good lad. Actually, he was an alright lad. But a good lad nonetheless.
4 out of 10.
That high, really? Wow.
I mean, I'm someone who's like negative 1,000 out of 10, so you know, it's pretty high based on my standards.
Come on, man. You're at least like a 2.6. You're setting it way too low. You went like in a negative whatever, like downtown, and you're gonna argue the 2. I thought it was being nice.
Solsky being nice. Guys, mark this down. December. Oh, now it's the 13th. Never mind. The date changed while we were commentating.
I gotta be at work tomorrow.
I just want to point out that for Kermit right now, it is the 13th, and for Willard, it is the 12th. They are time traveling, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, him and his fancy Pacific time. So yeah, I really did like how this race developed though. Just in how different the go modes were. Almost exact parallels in how it's like pretty much almost the last location to its.
Yeah, both of these are
because of where they were.
But the gambles that Kermit made, putting off certain items at certain times, turned out to be pretty much the reason why he's in this lead position he's in right now.
I mean, you gotta pay to play, man.
Kermit looking for that sword. We've seen so much of this overworld. We've seen so much of this dungeon. Where else could that force sword be?
Left side swamp.
Oh, Kermit. He has a fairy, so he could afford taking a death here, but he's going to try to not take a death here.
Yeah, I would just wait for the fairy here at this point.
He doesn't have the
He's
powder.
gonna want. Sorry, go ahead.
He does not have the powder, so he couldn't powder any fairies for health here.
Yeah, he's
At least
definitely gonna want to retain blue potions though for Ganon. That's why he does want to use them. Nice spin.
Ooh, very nice spin there. Will Kermit find his tempered sword in the last chest? He finds the bug.
Go get him.
Yo, mirror
You
out
know
to
where-
Ether.
you know
Mirror
where
out
to
to
look.
Ether and get that sword.
You know where to go, boy. But seriously though, like what? Tile room, the tablets, left side swamp. I think that's like really all we got.
That's
At
the
this
only things we
point,
haven't
so-
seen as a collective, I believe. Yes.
That's pretty bad luck. But I mean, Kermit kind of did it to himself by not doing Agina. There's 3 different times he could have done it. So
Kermit with a slow start to this Aga fight, a 0 and a 1. It's
it's
2
a
there.
pretty tricky double, but he gets it there with the angle. Another one. I don't know if he's meaning to get that one, but he got it.
This should be the last one.
Yeah,
There it goes.
nice. You know what? There's some really rough warps there. So that's good work by Kermit.
Alright, time for the game to fight Master Sword, but we have the silvers. And we have potions and path magic and cape. So it's going to be a process, these first 2 phases, but should not be too much of an issue for Kermit.
He will have 0 issues. Nice double spin on the start.
And he gets a top right corner, so this will be a bunch of free spins here.
Just misses that double there, but gets another double pattern here. He's gonna
Yeah.
want to take this one, so he won't get it. But yeah,
that should be the end of
utilizing the
phase
cape
1.
here is very smart. He's gonna get some good doubles here on the back. He wants to pop his blue now. Yeah, he's going to.
Yeah. Get a full health refill, full magic refill.
Yeah, he basically wants doubles as much as he can. So if Ganon's along the wall or he gives that 1 tile space, he's gonna get doubles off it. And even if he can't, he's gonna get more spins than he normally would with the cape. And there's another good pattern there with that 1 tile space.
Just be careful now because he does not have any other blue or green potions.
He should have 2, I believe,
I thought he only had.
because he bought 1, he didn't use it, and then he.
Oh,
has
he got the
one.
other one. That's right. He did get the other one, and he missed the spin on that shot. It shouldn't be too much of an issue though because he has silver arrows. So the hardest part of this fight is over by far. Having a little trouble with the fire bats here in phase 3, but there's the last hit. Get the silvers out.
That was a close bat. That was a close
Yeah.
bat.
Oh no!
Oh, that's a
fall.
that's unfortunate.
That's a fall. We might still have a game here. Willard is now in Moldorm 2. I think Kermit's still in the lead, but just got a lot closer.
Yeah, he does have low magic, but he does have a blue left, and he's gonna have to utilize that. I honestly, with half magic and a blue potion, he'll be fine for that one.
He still doesn't do phases 1 and 2 again. They're going to be different patterns than they were the first time around. There's 3, 4. Depending on how fast Willard gets through this Aga 2 fight, he might see something interesting here, guys. We'll see.
Kermit again getting some really favorable patterns here.
Yep. And going back to the top right here. He's not going to use any magic, any potions here yet. He's still in phase 1. Right. This is the place to spam spins phase 2. If he has a potion here, he can use it. I don't know if he does or not.
He should be. This is a mistake.
Alright, so this might be Willard's chance to get in, because Aga 2 is down for Willard, and he's about to enter the Ganon fight with Kermit in phase 2.
Yeah, that's a really good pattern.
But it's a really good pattern here for this phase. He might be able to get out of phase 2 here.
Remember, he does not have that green potion that he picked up as well. He used that in Ice Palace.
Mm-hmm. Just be very careful here. Too hard.
Oh no, this is nerves.
Now Willard. Oh, he has a fairy still.
Still nerves.
Still nerves.
He can take 2 more hits with that fairy. He's gonna take 1 here. But he needs to dodge. Okay, he gets it. Those bats will not kill him.
Yeah, Willard's gonna have a much easier time here. He's now in phase 2 and just has to do sword slashes. And he doesn't. He's gonna have a set number of warps, whereas Kermit might have some really weird warps here. And Kermit still has to deal with spins in phase 4, whereas Willard just has slashes.
Okay, Kermit needs to pop the blue here.
Yeah. Can't take any more risks. That's your last blue potion. You gotta use it now.
Rambler, this is so close. Hold me.
Yep. Alright. Kermit entering phase 4. Willard now also entering phase 4. It's going to be spins versus slashes, which is going to be faster here. I believe Kermit got 1 hit in. Willard gets the torch glitch. Oh, Willard almost falls. Does he set up for a triple here? Willard gets a triple and gets Ganon down first. And Kermit gets Ganon down just a little bit afterwards. Get your GDs in chat. We're going to have the official times here in just a little. But it looks as if WillardJBradley has won this race with a crazy comeback on Ganon. And we can confirm that WillardJBradley has finished with a time of 1 hour, 55 minutes, and 53 seconds. Kermit, 1 hour, 55 minutes, and 59 seconds.
That's a comeback.
That 1 game fall, and the fact that that tempered sword ended up being all of the difference. Wow, that was crazy.
That was very Gem Weighty Worlds-esque.
Oh, yes, for sure.
The,
very Gem Weighty Worlds-esque.
With the lead into Ganon.
Joining us now is our winner.
Boo.
By the slimmest of margins, the luckiest guy on the planet, WillardJBradley.
You cost me $50.
Good.
I mean, I'm not gambling on rando. No. Good game, dude.
Oh, jeez. I don't know what to say. I really don't.
That was so crazy. So
you
stressful.
don't pull pedestal and win races when pedestal's got a single be on it. So that's for sure.
It was good kind of seeing how you guys diverged after Hammer. Kermit actually was quite ahead to you on Hammer. He was pretty aggressive. Annexed off some like really time consuming overworld checks and just ended up getting the Hammer earlier. He ended up getting to the Quake medallion at the exact same time you got to boots. And that was that was each other's go mode. And I was like, well, they're pretty much just gonna last location it, but he's gonna be a little bit faster to it because it was so early in the TR. And then
that was pretty much that.
Yeah,
pretty dang early, I'd say. Oh gosh, yeah, I know. After getting Hammer out of ice, I just felt horrible, and I'm like, all right, I need to just go for Ped. Like that was the only plan I had. So went ahead and cleared ice, and then from there it was just like, let me pick up some random things here and there. I was still feeling pedestal until I got the mirror out of Harrow, and I was like, okay, this is a crucial moment right here. I either need to just play off of this mirror. But I felt so far behind still that I was like, no, just do it. Go to T-Rock, see what happens. And I got the boots, and of course had that moment of like, I should bail. This is a good time to bail, Willard. But I kept going because I still felt behind. I felt like I had a chance because of those boots, but I still definitely felt behind. So, and, you know, I was behind, and I should have lost this race. So I got lucky. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I got lucky, and it's a kind of an unfortunate way to win, but you know, I'll take it.
That's Rando though. Again, you guys both play great, and joining us now is Kermit.
Yo, GG, Willard.
GG's, dude. I pulled up because I always hide IRC once I enter GT. I'm like, oh wow, I got to GT before the dot done, feeling okay. And then when I pulled it up after Ganon was exploding, I was like, how? And then hit the dot done, and seconds later see that pop up, and I was like, I was expecting it to be like a forfeit, but I saw the other dot done. I was like, no way, dude. Nothing against you, but you know, just, you know, oh, I lost, forfeit, done. I get out of here. I was expecting that, but yeah, I don't know what to say. This seed was awful. I'm mad because I literally just played this seed. Not really, but I played the exact kind of seed right before this that I hated. It was the exact same pendant layout, switched some green pendants, and I dived pod and ice looking for hammer and had no success. So I was like, are you really going to do this to me, game? Are you really going to do this to me again? But yeah, GG's, man. What a wild ride.
Yeah, I like the seed. This is like my kind of seed, but unfortunately I messed up in the end, so didn't.
Kermit, there was one area you skipped a bunch of items in the overworld. There was one of those that could have gotten you your tempered sword. I don't know if you found out from Willard.
Yeah, someone told me it was a Gina, right?
Yes, it was a Gina's cave.
Well, it happens.
Yeah. I mean, once it got down to the second Ganon fight versus Willard's first, Willard just got that triple on Ganon, and that was pretty much the entire difference. Getting that triple was the final, like, what was exactly, if Willard doesn't get triple, we're probably looking at a tie.
Yeah, I'd say so.
That would have been awful.
No, I would not want to play four. Yeah, four more or four total. Oh man.
Oh god, my heart's still going wild. Excuse me, guys.
It's so hard to commentate something like that too, because you're just like speechless. You're just like watching. You just want to watch and see what happens.
I think my call was right. I mean, I'll watch it back later. There's actually one I'm definitely gonna watch back, especially the ending.
Yeah, I watch. I always put the stream on in incognito mode, so people aren't like, Willard, why are you in chat? Once I'm finished, so I got to watch the end, and then holy cow, I did not really like. I was super far behind going into GT, so that's.
Oh yeah, it was 4 minutes, and you both took the same exact route in GT. You both took the Dark Magician route all the way to Ice Armos and 20th chest or 20th chest big key. The one you had to fall in the sword difference.
Even grabbing half magic, I'm like, that was a dumb idea. You know, that could have cost me the game because I didn't even use Fire Rod like until I got to Lamolas too. So, but yeah, wild.
So Willard moves on to the bracket stage of this tournament. Kermit is not eliminated though. He will face off against Kern for the right. You're gonna see a lot of that in the story. You're gonna see a lot of 2 versus 3 rematches. You beat him already, Kermit. You can do it again.
Yeah, I hope so.
I mean, you basically beat Willard. You're fine.
What?
Well, in one race.
Anyways,
yeah, I don't know. It'll be tough. But I won 2.5 races, I think. So I'm good for this tournament already. So yeah, everything else just good things on top of the decent tournament, I guess.
If you guys enjoyed what you watched from these two runners, and how couldn't you have? Solsky might not have, but that's the first.
Solsky, did you like the 420s?
I made a joke, but it went way over Rambler's head, like all the way to New Jersey.
Yeah, seriously, I'm straight edge, except beer.
Wow.
What are you talking about? Go on with your end credits.
Okay, we're in the end credits. That's right. We'll see who actually won in total time. We might have a little retime here. Hold on. No. I'm just kidding. if you like what you watched, follow these runners. The links are in chat. And again, shout outs to our tracker, Spam Mazubi11. If I mispronounced that, I'm sorry.
I want to give a special shout out to Restream6, Unsung Hero.
Oh, God. See, this is why you weren't allowed to commentate earlier.
Hey, thanks guys for your last minute signing up to commentate. Otherwise, we might not have gotten a restream. So I appreciate that.
And all
That
our
would've been
wonderful
a-
viewers missed us.
You would have missed a national treasure. But yeah, it was a lot of fun, guys.
Well,
Really
Canadian treasure.
enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that race. So again, good game, guys, and thanks for the show. You guys have anything left to kind of sign us off?
I'm gonna play Halo Reach.
Go
I
get
guess
him,
I'm
Willard.
not going to sleep yet.
I guess I know what I'm falling asleep to. And Kermit, what time is it by you right now?
6:27 a.m.
Yeah, go to bed.
No,
He just woke up. Like, get out of here.
no, I didn't. But I'm not ready to sleep yet. I'm too. I don't know. I'm like shaking still from the fall. That was really nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I was nerve-wracking just to watch as well. Anyways, thanks everyone for watching. Shout out to Solsky for joining me on commentary today. He did a fantastic job. Everybody give it up for Solsky.
Don't do it.
Do it. Anyways, my name's Randomizer. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we will catch you all next time.
Bye.